Hello, good morning, family, and welcome to my channel. It's 8:13 a.m. in Accra, Ghana, and the weather is quite beautiful. It's not sunny as usual. This year we are having a lot of rains in Ghana, so it's not quite sunny as it used to be. I'm here to basically talk about a few. As you may know, my channel is about travel and events and what comes with that. So I'm speaking about. I don't know if you've heard about the year of return, 2019. This year marks 400 years since the first ship left to the diaspora. The first enslaved African ship arrived in Jamestown, Virginia. So we are celebrating the year of return in this year, 2019. And a lot of people are preparing to come to Ghana from the diaspora. A lot of African Americans are expected to come. We've had most people coming in already, they want to participate in the Panafest. They want to participate in emancipation. They want to participate in all the activities that are coming along with the year of return. So I just want to share a few travel tips with you this morning, so that if you are planning to be part of the year of return, you will not come without these travel tips. The first one that I'll be sharing is getting to Ghana. There are lots of international airlines, including British Airways, Delta Airlines, that are coming to Ghana with scheduled flights. So I think coming to Ghana is very easy from whichever part of the world that you are coming from. It's going to be quite easy. Passport. Everybody requires a passport to get to Ghana. And I'm sure you know that you cannot travel without that. And then when it comes to visas are required by most non-residents except ECOWAS nationals. So the Ghana missions and embassies abroad will assist you in issuing group visas. That is if you are coming in a group, or maybe individual visas. Then health requirements. Yellow fever vaccination is required by all. You need to get vaccinated with the yellow fever thing before you come, except for infants who are under 1 year, I think. So please do not forget your health certificate, which shows that you have a yellow fever vaccination when traveling. You should have that along with your passport. And then you are also advised to consult your doctor, in advance before you visit. Check with your doctor, treat for malaria before you come. You take that trip. The climate of Ghana. Ghana has a very hot and humid climate all year round. We have two seasons. We have the raining season, and then we have the warm. The raining season starts basically from May, June, July, and then in October we have a few rains. But the rest of the year is quite hot and then humid. And most of the times the temperatures ranges between 22 degrees Celsius to, let's say, 28 degrees Celsius. So 28 degrees in the morning going, and then 22, let's say, in the evenings. So when you are packing, yes, just pack very light, clothing that are quite light, because the weather is not too chilled here. This year we are having a lot of rains in Ghana, but it's not too cold, so you can pack something that is light. Cotton clothing are mostly advised, and then casual wears. Maybe you can have a few formal if you're having business meetings with other people alongside your normal fun trip and events that you're about to have. Do not forget your sunglasses and comfortable walking shoes. It will come in handy. And there are no restrictions on what men or women wear. You can wear trousers as a woman, you can wear shorts, you can wear slacks. For both sexes, it's permissible, but just be sure that you are decently dressed. Because if you don't dress decently, I'm sure people will give you a lot of stares, and you may not really like that. Our money and currency. We use the Ghana cedi here, Ghana cedi, in denominations of 50 cedis, 20 cedis. We have the 10 cedi, 5 cedi, and 1 cedi. And then we also have coins. That is in pesos. Travelers check. All banks and forex bureaus accept travelers check, although the rate of exchange sometimes may be slightly lower than for cash transactions. Credit cards are allowed in most places. You can use them in the hotels, you can use them to purchase things, maybe at the mall, in the shopping malls, in supermarkets and all that. The most widely ones are the Visa card and then the MasterCard. It is accepted in most places, so you can come along with that. They are accepted in restaurants, they are accepted at business places. May be used for payments for most airlines as well, leading hotels, supermarkets, like I've already said. Car rental. So for easy movement around town, we have the taxis, we have the Uber that you can also make use of once you put the app on your phone. But we also have car rental companies that you can make use of. So depending on the number of you coming, if you're a group, maybe they can give you a bus, a coaster bus. I'll put the links below. There are some car rental companies that you can contact in Ghana here that you can make use of. They have the saloon cars. If you need tour guides, I can give you the link to that and you can make use of them. Medical facilities. If you are in Accra, for instance, and you have an emergency, there are a few major hospitals that you can visit. We have the Reach Hospital, we have the Kolibu Teaching Hospital, which is the main biggest teaching hospital in Accra. We have Coco Clinic, we have Yao Clinic that takes care of a lot of foreigners. We have Lister Hospital. We have quite a number of hospitals here. You can Google them and get their numbers just for safety. If you are in other regions too, let's say Kumasi, you can use the teaching hospital there, the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital in Kumasi. You can make use of that. And I'm sure if you have a tour guide, they will give you all this information. If you need them, it will come in handy. Also make use of drinking water. This one is very, very, very important. I mean, water is life. So the water that comes from the taps are safe to drink, but I think the safest water to drink will be bottled water. But some people take in the tap water and maybe they have a running stomach after, because it wasn't well sterilized or it's not good for their tummy. So the best thing to do is to stay off the tap water. Use a bottled water and keep safe. Now, our business hours are normally from 8 to 5 p.m. for most companies. For most companies, it's 8 to 5 p.m. And then most lunchtime is like between 12 and 1 or 12 and 2 p.m. depending on what time. Most offices have 1 hour for lunch. The banks start at 8 a.m. Some of them open at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, and then they close around 4 or 5. Some close at 4:30. Now, because of the competition, some of them are closing like 5. Tipping, in the diaspora, or maybe let's say in UK, US, all over the world, people like to tip people, like when they do a service for them and they are impressed with it. So in Ghana, tipping is not really compulsory. It is based on merit. If you feel that somebody has done a good job and you want to tip them, you can tip them. It is not by hook or crook that you have to tip somebody. So it is permitted in hotels, it is permitted in restaurants and every other place. Maybe you take an Uber and the driver was nice to you and you want to tip them, sure, you can go ahead and tip. It is not added to the service, it is not added to the bill. You choose to do it on your own, voluntarily, generously, yeah. Hotels, yes, I know you'll be looking forward to this one. Hotels, we have a vast number of hotels in Ghana here. We have hotels ranging from 5-star, 4-star hotels. We have 3-star. We have two-star deluxe. We have hostels. We have guest houses. Most of the time, it's very good to book your hotels before coming in to the country. Because if you are coming for the year of return and you are coming around July, August, I'm sure you need to start doing your bookings now. Because most of the hotels are mostly booked, like 90% booked. They are going to get full with time. So if you are coming in, you need to book in time. We have very luxurious hotels, and then we have the budget ones too. According to your budget, you choose what you want. Communication. Well, most major hotels have business centers that you can maybe send emails, make use of their internet services and all that. We also have Wi-Fi in most of the big hotels that work well. There are some that may not work too well. The good thing to do is probably get a SIM card when you're in the country. It will make it easier for you to communicate with maybe your family back at home or the outside world. Entertainment. Most cities and towns have facilities for nightlife. They have cultural centers, we have the theaters, we have cinemas, we have discotheques, nightclubs, restaurants, eating places. So I'm sure you have fun. Maybe nightlife, walking around Osu in Accra. There are lots of shops to explore. There are lots of restaurants to explore and taste African local food. So there's a good amount of entertainment in Ghana here. There are restricted areas for photography here. Do not go out there taking pictures of every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you see. Please again, when you go to a facility and you want to take pictures, be sure to ask for permission and be sure that it is allowed before you take pictures. Even of individuals, people you see, you may fancy it, but it may not be allowed. So ask people for permission, ask about facilities before taking pictures. So there are some restricted areas where photography is not allowed. There are some embassies that you cannot take pictures in. The Christiansborg Castle, I think, do not really allow that. The Flagstaff House, and then, like I mentioned, some of the embassies do not allow picture taking. So be sure to ask for permission before you take a photograph of somebody, right? And then greeting in Ghana. In Ghana, once you come in, you hear lots of people saying Akwaba, Akwaba, Akwaba. Akwaba simply means welcome. So you hear lots of people, if you are white, maybe they will be calling you Obroni. Obroni means a white person. Akwaba means welcome. In Ghana, we greet people good morning, good evening, good afternoon when we see them. If you are handshaking, most of the time greeting goes with handshaking. You shake hands always with the right. We greet people with the right hand. We normally do not use the left hand. People think that using the left hand is disrespectful. So don't use the left hand to maybe wave at people. Don't use your left hand to point at people and all that. Make use of your right hand when you are in Ghana. It shows more respect, it shows more hospitality, and it shows that you know what you are doing. And like I said, Shaking of hands is a popular way of greeting, so people can come to you, and the first thing they do is to give you a very firm handshake to show that you are accepted. If you go to the palace, we have palace etiquette. Chiefs in Ghana enjoy foreigners interacting with them, but there are etiquettes that you need to observe. When you are invited to a chief or king, for example, move upwards to him, stop for a short point from where he's seated, and then you can stop and bow. Just a little bow, and he will graciously invite you for a handshake. So on formal occasions like the Akwesidai, during the Akwesidai festival or during the Panafest festival, you do not go directly to the chief and give him a handshake, or you do not speak to him directly unless you are invited to do so. So please take note of that. You cannot walk up to a chief and speak to them directly. You speak to them through their linguists, and then it can be directed to them. Kotoka International Airport. It is the major. It is our international airport, the major point of entry into the country. And I'm sure wherever you are coming from, that is where you are going to land. It is very, very safe. Just be sure that you don't give your luggage to somebody you don't know. Be sure to keep your stuff to yourself. If you have a tour guide or you have a hotel picking you up, you are safe. If you are coming on your own, do not give your things out to people you do not know. Once you land at the airport, please do not do that. I think I've taken care of most of the things, right, that you will need. They are just tiny bits of tips that you will need when you are traveling to Ghana. If you need any further information, kindly comment below and I will respond to you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and then click on the notification button so that every time I upload something new regarding travel, regarding business, you will be the first person to know. Thank you for watching my channel and thank you for being part of this family. Every kind of criticism and comments is welcome, and I'm going to take my time to respond to each one of you in time. Thank you, and I am out of here. I am out of here.